Your mentality is the real oppressor. It's not the white man. It's not your mom. It's not your dad. It's not your environment. It's not your circumstances. Your mentality is the real reason you in the place that you in, via it good or bad. Why do I say mentality? Because mentality is your frequency. That's the level you vibrate on. So things that vibrate on that level, according to the laws of the universe, like things are going to attract. Things that vibrate on the same level are going to attract, and are going to attach themselves to each other, right? And it's going to be hard to break them apart because they're in harmony, via it good or bad, right? That's all up to perspective. So if your mentality is your oppressor, that means your mentality is also your liberator. Your mind imprisons you, or your mind frees you. I was having a conversation with my brother the other day. He was talking about like working out, how being consistent with working out, and he trying to get back in his groove and things of that nature. And I was telling him, basically, we always think it's about physical action. We always think it's about actually doing the thing. But in reality, it's a mind thing. It's always a mind thing. The universe is mental. And until you make up in your mind that you are this person, you're going to continue to be inconsistent in the gym. You're going to continue to do these things that you're trying to stop doing, right? Because you don't believe it yet in your mind. You haven't accepted that identity in the mental world yet. And I'm speaking from a personal perspective. I don't have it all together. You feel me? I'm on a journey of mastering myself just like everybody else. But I'm bringing this to y'all attention because this has been a great insight that I've gained, right? So when I say making up the identity in the mind, you can use this for any goal, any habit, anything you want to be in life, or anything you don't want to be. You have to first establish this identity in the mind, and you have to believe it and have an emotional attachment to it. Not attachment, but an emotionally charged belief that, no, this is who I am. Before you can start actually being consistent and disciplined with the physical action of it, right? So, for instance, the gym, as far as mentality goes, right? When you believe that you are very disciplined with your body, right? When it comes to going to the gym, the days when you don't feel like it, you're going to get this thought in the back of your mind like, man, why would I not go to the gym? This is who I am, right? This is who I am. I'm disciplined with my body. I love strengthening my body. This is me. Why would I not go to the gym? I don't care if I'm tired. And your mentality starts to take hold of the physical world around you. So now, even though you don't feel like it, you're going to go to the gym. Now, if you didn't establish this mentality, it's going to be easy to be like, man, I'll do that tomorrow. Or I'll get to it. I'm finna do something else. Because in your mind, you haven't become that person yet. And that's the basis of it all. That's the basis of it all. Mentality is the real oppressor. And mentality is also the real liberator. Ain't nobody holding you down. I don't care where you at. I don't care if you in a third world country. I don't care if you in a war-torn country. I don't care if you in modern day slavery. Like, nothing in this physical world is the creator of your identity, is the creator of your feelings towards yourself. It's your mentality. It's your mentality. It's hard to believe that because it's like I dwell in the physical world more than I dwell in my mind. But for one, that's not true. But that's what you think because you're only picking up the senses from the outside world. It's hard for people to go and dwell in self for long periods of time and establish an identity in yourself. That takes a lot of effort, a lot of concentration, a lot of focus. But if you want to steer clear from always picking something up and not continuing with it, being inconsistent, always failing at something because you keep going back to this old frequency, this old self, you have to start doing the mental work to create a mental identity for yourself. You feel me? In the Kabbalion, which is ironic, I have the book. Well, it's not ironic, but I got the book right here. I was reading it earlier. And I was rereading the chapter on mental gender. And it pretty much explains how there's the duality of the mind. A lot of people know about this, the conscious, the subconscious. But they talk about it as far as the I and the me. The I is the objective mind. And the me is the subjective mind. The feminine mind is the me, and the masculine mind is the I, right? So in life, it takes effort to divide up self and say, this is me and this is not me. And that's a decision for the I to make, right? The I, the self. So with that being said, when it comes to your mentality and your life and your world, you have to do a deep self-reflection, a self-analysis on yourself and on where you want to go, who you want to become, who are you becoming at this very moment. If you're becoming something that you don't want to become, you got to do that inner work. You have to do that inner work. You have to create an emotional, not only just think about it, you have to create an emotional identity about yourself so it can reach the subconscious, the me, the subjective mind, right? So it can then create it in this physical world. Once you make up in your mind, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, you're going to get mental nudges. You're going to get ideas that spring up. Okay, I need to do this. I need to do this because from the results of me doing this, I'm going to get to this destination, or I'm going to become this person, right? When they say in order to become a millionaire, you have to establish millionaire habits. It's the same thing with everything else. But you're only going to establish and act on these habits and ideas when you're only going to act and establish these habits and ideas when you first have an identity in your mind and you accept this identity about yourself. A lot of us accept a poor self-image about ourselves. A lot of us accept that we're not good enough. A lot of us accept that we're not powerful, we're weak, right? A lot of us accept that, man, our circumstances are too much for me. It's too much for us, right? And within that belief, that becomes your reality. So if you can flip the switch, now I'm telling you, it's going to take effort. When you've been thinking some way for so long, for decades, and then you all of a sudden you're trying to make this shift, it's not going to happen overnight. But in the mind, it can happen overnight. It can, but it has to be consistent. And you have to constantly be on guard in your mind to not let this old self, this old reality start to creep back in and pull you back. Because that's essentially what it's going to do. Once you try to make that change, it seems like everything is going to work against you now. But it's just testing you to see, are you really about that? Are you really who you say you are? Are you really becoming the person that you want to become? Or do you want to come back over here and indulge in everything else you've been indulging in and get the same results out of life? That's it. That's it. That's all. I can't speak on the specifics. I can't speak on exactly what it's going to look like for every individual because we're all different. But that's the journey that we on. And if you want something out of this life, you have to establish it inward before it can be established outward. And that's it for this video. I hope y'all got a lot of insight. I hope y'all learned something. I hope I inspired you to make that change and to start doing the inner work, because that's where the real work is. The real work is in the unseen world. The things that can't nobody see, can't nobody barely understand. So that's it for this video, man. Y'all can catch me in the next video. Leave me a like, comment, subscribe if y'all enjoy the content. And yeah, I'm wishing y'all blessings, peace, happiness, love, all of those great things. Y'all have an amazing day. I love y'all. Peace.